I'm sure loads of people out there suffer from anxiety. Of course, all humans experience anxiety. It's kind of a defense mechanism that's meant to keep us wary of potentially dangerous situations, but not everyone suffers from an anxiety disorder. I am one of those people. I suffer from anxiety, and it's not awful, as in I don't experience anxiety every minute of the day, but it can get pretty bad. Like, I get really anxious about making plans for the future, that I've talked about in a previous video. And I even get anxious around hanging with close friends. Like, that's not fair. I love and trust these people. I should have no problem. Yet, my anxiety's like, nope, you're gonna feel anxious because, you're not gonna have a good time. What is this nonsense? It's the worst. I used to be a really charismatic girl, and I still sorta am. But now I'd rather curl up in my room and eat ice cream and watch Netflix than go to a party or hang out with a big group of people. Which, now that I'm thinking about it, might just be me being an introvert and not my anxiety. Well, okay, whatever. We'll never know. My anxiety got really bad in my senior year of high school, and the most memorable thing that I can recall my anxiety messing up for me was my final choir performance. For the final performance each year in choir, the seniors in the class are given a flower pin as an honor for being a graduating student. And I had a small solo in my final performance. It wasn't that big of a deal. It was like at the very end of the last song, and I can't even remember what song it was. And I knew it was just like a part of the repeat of the chorus. Whatever. Unfortunately, on the evening of my final concert, I was just overcome with anxiety. Like, wham! Like a freight train hit me out of nowhere. It sucked. I wasn't in a good place mentally, but I still wanted to go because of how important it was to me. I was so full of inner turmoil and anxiety that after arguing back and forth with myself, I just kind of curled up under the covers of my bed and cried. My mom came in to see what was wrong, and I explained to her my emotional dilemma. She told me I should stay home, but I told her I didn't want to disappoint my teacher. I mean, I knew she would understand, and I knew she would be forgiving about it, and I knew she wouldn't be upset. But still, I felt bad. I felt like I was letting everyone down, even though it was only a small part that I wasn't going to be able to do. I did end up staying home, and I was still pretty messed up about everything. I felt guilty about not going, but when I thought about actually going, all I could think of was how anxious I was going to be, and how miserable I would have been, and how I just probably would have ended up having a breakdown while I was there. And so the horrible endless cycle continues. Thankfully, I started getting treated for it, so I have a much better handle on it now, but I do still have bad days, which is to be expected. You can't be perfect with this sort of thing. I'm just thankful that out of everything, I don't have social anxiety. That would be horrible. I'm actually a remarkably sociable person, or at least oblivious to my own social awkwardness to the point where I kind of just forget to feel anxious, which I guess is better than actually feeling anxious. Alright, bye y'all.